Okay, so now what we want to do, I'm going to go ahead and completely disconnect from the database as the yes, disconnect. Okay, because I don't want to have confusion as to who I am, right? So when they talk about identity management, this is the thing. Who are you? And that determines what can you do. All right, so again, I'm connecting as user one, and I'm going to come down here to schemas. And we only have one schema, although we could have multiple, and that may very well be how you do things. And then I'm going to just go ahead and right click and click on create table. Now yours may look a little different. I'm going to call it user one table. User one table one. And you can see that the owner of this is going to be user one. And so the only other, so I don't even know if user one can assign this to someone else, but basically it just means that user one gets to set privileges and things like that to it. All right, and your interface may look a little bit different, and I just looking at the Word document, it's also a little different. But essentially, let's just go ahead and add a couple of very generic columns. You can see within Postgres, you have to come over here, click this add row, and we'll call it column one, and it'll be, let's make it character varying. Character varying, because this is actually what ArcGIS uses in the background. All of these ones that have like a box at the end, don't use any of those because those are basically means an array of those things. And for length, we'll just give it 100, and we'll say that this will be the primary key, and obviously the primary key can't be null. And we'll give it another column, column 2, and this one will be integer, and sure, it can be null. All right, so there's a table. And so this person has created a table, and you can see that, wait a minute, that's the name of the, right, its a official name is, oops, that's not true. Properties, okay, so here's the name, user one, table one, and it's in this particular table space, etc. And so this, again, when we talked a little bit about that concept of metadata, data about data, this is all metadata about this object in the database called this. And let's see. And this is the SQL that you would use to create it. And there's some more things that are beyond the scope of this class. If you come over here, you'll see there's information about this, including the columns. And if you click on a column, it'll tell you some properties of it. Yeah, column 2, it's an integer, etc. Right. So this is the name of this column, and this is the name of this table. Okay, and let's see. Let's create another table, and we'll call it user one table 2, and we'll just give it a couple of fields. One, and this will also be character varying, and it'll be 100. Then it will be a primary key, and we'll make column 2, and let's see, can we make this one a date? Okay, and we'll save that. Okay, so these are a couple of objects that are owned by this user.